Roofing is one of the few blue-collar businesses where a single guy with a truck and a ladder can walk into six figures in year 2. But here's the myth nobody tells you. Most new roofing businesses don't fail because of bad work. They fail because they run out of cash before their first big check clears. So let's talk real numbers. A small roofing operation, done right, can realistically net anywhere from $2,000 to $15,000 a month depending on how you run it. Is it actually profitable, or is this another oversold trade business? Let's break it down properly. This business is for people who don't mind physical work, can manage a small crew or work with their hands, and are okay with income that changes with the seasons. It is not for someone looking for a passive side income they can run from a laptop. If you can't handle climbing a roof in July heat or dealing with an angry homeowner during a leak emergency, this isn't your business. So what is a roofing business, simply? You repair, replace, and maintain roofs for homeowners and commercial property owners. Money comes from three places: full roof replacements, which pay the most per job, small repairs, which are frequent and steady, and increasingly, maintenance contracts for landlords and small commercial buildings who want to avoid surprise leaks. Now the demand side, and this is where roofing actually looks better than most tradespeople start in 2026. The U.S. roofing contractors industry is sitting at roughly $92.5 billion in revenue this year, with around 109,000 active businesses, growing at about 3.4% a year. Industry estimates suggest close to 80% of all roofing work now comes from repair and replacement, not new construction, meaning demand isn't tied to the housing market slowing down. On top of that, the National Roofing Contractors Association has reported labor vacancy rates around 12%, which, frankly, is good news if you're starting a crew, because it means there's more demand than there are hands to do the work. Now let's get into what it actually costs to start. Here's a lean, minimum viable breakdown for someone starting small, 1 to 2 person crew, doing repairs and smaller replacement jobs. Equipment: ladders, harnesses, nail guns, compressor, tarps, hand tools, $3,000 to $6,000. Licenses and legal, LLC setup, contractor license exam and fee, which varies heavily by state, $500 to $1,500. Insurance and bonding, general liability plus workers' comp if you hire anyone, $2,000 to $5,000 for the first year. Inventory or material float, a small buffer for jobs before client deposits land, $500 to $1,500. Vehicle, if you don't already own a pickup truck or trailer, $5,000 to $15,000 used, or zero if you already have one. Website and CRM, for booking, quotes, and lead tracking, $1,000 to $3,000. Marketing, business cards, Google Business Profile setup, initial local ads, $500 to $2,000. Miscellaneous, permits, safety gear, contingency, $500 to $1,000. Total minimum investment, roughly $10,000 if you already own a truck, up to $25,000 if you need to buy one. Here's where that money actually goes. Insurance and bonding aren't optional extras. In roofing, one fall or one bad storm claim without coverage can end your business in a single lawsuit. Licensing costs vary wildly by state, so check your local requirements before you spend a dollar elsewhere. Your vehicle is your biggest single expense and your most important asset. You cannot run this business without reliable transport for you, your crew, and your materials. Monthly operating costs typically run between $1,500 and $4,000. That covers insurance premiums, fuel, phone and software subscriptions, ongoing marketing, and license renewals. If you're paying subcontractors or employees, that number climbs fast, so budget labor separately per job, not as a flat monthly number. Now, income potential, and I'll give you 3 honest scenarios. Conservative, 2 to 4 small jobs a month, at $800 to $1,500 profit per job, puts you around $2,000 to $5,000 a month. Realistic, once you have a consistent lead flow and a small crew, 6 to 10 jobs a month, putting you at $8,000 to $15,000 a month in profit. Optimistic, with an established reputation, a full crew, and some commercial or insurance claim work, $20,000 to $40,000 a month. Industry estimates suggest net profit margins in small roofing operations typically land between 10 and 20%. Once you account for materials, labor, and overhead, this is not a 60% margin business, despite what some YouTube thumbnails claim. Break-even timeline. With a startup cost of $10,000 to $25,000 and a realistic monthly net profit of $3,000 to $8,000 once you're landing consistent jobs, most operators break even in 3 to 8 months. The biggest variable isn't the math, It's how fast you can generate your first 10 to 15 paying jobs. The biggest mistakes people make in this business: underpricing jobs just to win the contract, skipping insurance or bonding to save money up front, not collecting a deposit before buying materials, and chasing storm chasing work without understanding local licensing, which has given parts of this industry a bad reputation with homeowners. Another big one: treating marketing as a one-time thing instead of a constant, monthly habit. Where's the actual opportunity here? Big roofing companies chase large commercial contracts and full replacements. They often ignore small repair jobs and maintenance contracts because the margins per job look too small to them. That's your gap. Landlords, small commercial buildings, and older homes need regular roof inspections and small repairs, and almost nobody is offering subscription-style maintenance plans at the small business level. Differentiating around fast repair response times and simple maintenance packages, rather than competing purely on new roof installs, is where a new operator can actually win against bigger names. Here's how to actually start, step by step. 1. Research your state's specific roofing license and bonding requirements, since this varies significantly across states. 2. Get licensed, bonded, and insured before you take a single paying job. 3. Register your LLC. 4. Buy your minimum equipment and secure reliable transport. 5. Set up a simple website and a Google Business Profile listing, since this is where most homeowners search first. 6. Build a relationship with a local material supplier for credit terms so you're not always paying up front. 7. Start with small repair jobs and referrals to build a photo portfolio. 8. Reinvest early profits into a second crew member and better equipment. Don't take the cash out personally too early. On tools, you genuinely need a basic website and a simple CRM system for this business, because most of your leads will come from people searching online, and you need a way to track quotes, follow-ups, and job scheduling without it living in your head or a notebook. This is one of the few places I'd tell you not to build this yourself with a template. A properly built local service website with lead capture pays for itself within 1 or 2 jobs. If you want this built and set up properly without wasting money on the wrong platform, SoftAngles can handle your website and CRM setup. Link and free consultation are in the description. Marketing strategy. Online, your priority is Google Business Profile optimization and local SEO, since industry estimates suggest around 58% of new roofing leads now come from online search, and SEO in this industry delivers some of the strongest returns of any marketing channel. Offline, yard signs at every completed job site and relationships with local real estate agents, insurance adjusters, and home inspectors will bring you steady referral work. On a low budget, prioritize your Google Business Profile and referral relationships before spending on paid ads. To scale, add Google Local Service ads, hire a dedicated estimator, and expand into a second crew handling larger commercial contracts. Challenges and risks. This work is physically demanding and seasonal. Income can dip in slow months. Liability exposure is real if you're not properly insured, and the labor shortage across this industry means finding reliable crew members can take time. Weather delays are simply part of the business, not an exception. Some quick do's and don'ts. Do get insurance and bonding before your first job. Do put every job in writing with a signed contract. Do collect a deposit before ordering materials. Don't underprice just to win work. Don't skip licensing requirements to save time. Don't take on debt for a truck or heavy equipment before you have consistent monthly revenue. Final verdict: is roofing worth starting in 2026? For someone willing to do physical work, manage a small crew, and treat marketing and licensing seriously, yes, the demand is real, driven by aging housing stock and increasing storm damage across the country. It's worth avoiding if you want predictable, weatherproof income from day one, or if you're not prepared to handle the legal and insurance side properly before taking your first job. If this breakdown helped you think through the real numbers, subscribe for more honest, data-backed business breakdowns. No hype, just what it actually costs and what it actually pays. And if you're ready to build the website or CRM side of this business properly, book a free consultation with SoftAngles using the link in the description.